Hey, 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 good evening, everybody. Come on in, come on in. Hope you guys are having a wonderful evening wherever you are in the country or around the world. This is Chance. I'm your host for this evening. So I'm just going to check in here, make sure everybody's good to go. Let me know that you are in here. Alrighty. You are in the right place if you guys are checking in. Post your question here. I've received a few questions already from some folks. So if you do have any questions, just post them tonight. We're going to be talking all about questions. We're going to be answering questions. So we have about an hour. So we want to be able to get your question in. Also, if you would like to be able to speak live, come on. Please raise your hand um, in the software here. It should have something where you can raise your hand, and that way I'll be able to get to you. So, all right. I'm just checking my other device here, make sure we're good to go, make sure we're live. So if you check in, just put a greeting, or like I said, post your questions while I get hooked up here. Okay, again, I think we are good to go. I think we are ready to rock and roll. Just one more checking phone right here, make sure everything is clear first before we get busy rolling. Okay, again, I think we are good to go. I think we are ready to rock and roll. Just one more checking phone right here, make sure everything is clear first before we get busy rolling. All right, so I can hear myself here. Now I'm gonna just plug this up, turn it off, and we can get officially started. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see my shirt for this evening. Trying to adjust this camera right here, but voila, there it is. You're destined for greatness. That's what I want everybody to be aware of, is that we are all destined for greatness, eh? And that's also got to give a shout out to Mr. Torres Montgomery for creating this shirt. But also with that shirt, do know this too. We have a 40-day greatness challenge where we challenge everybody in our community to be great. So voila, that's what it's all about right there. All right. You are destined for greatness. That's what I got right there. Bam. So you may have probably wondering, why do I stand for most of our stuff? Because we sit so much, right? I sit a lot. So I'd rather stand for this whole hour most of the time than to actually be seated. Okay. Now, are you guys ready? Guys and gals, checked in? Okay. We are at about 5 minutes in, so I'm just gonna get started right now. All right. So again, remember, if you come in, post your questions, or if you would like for me to be able to see it via email, send it that way. If you want to raise your hand and I bring you on live, let me know that as well. We'll make it happen. Okay. So voila, let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another week of Monetize Your Skills Academy webinar training. I hope that everyone is having a wonderful week. And if not, I hope that by tonight you'll be able to pick up so you can finish strong on the weekend. And also, it's also the end of the year. This is our second to last webinar for 2018. Yes, we only have one more to go. And I hope that you guys and gals will join us for next week's presentation. But nonetheless, whatever you do, make sure you finish strong. You know, if you have some goal that you didn't achieve or you wanted to achieve, and you kind of forsake it, hey, it's not too late to pick it back up. Like, you can pick it back up right now. So great things can happen in a few days. So don't give up on your dream just because nobody might be. You might be behind, or nobody might have cheered you on, or whatever it may be. Just rebound, and if not, hey, the year is ending. It's a new time to also start the beginning of 2019 also. So don't be tripping about it. Just get busy making your life count starting now. So tonight we want to talk to you guys, and we want to share some question and answers, because this is very important as you guys go through this community monetize your skills and other things that we do. You have a lot of questions. Starting online business is not always as easy as we make it out to be. It's easy for some people. I feel that it's easy for me. But nonetheless, there are some challenges. Okay, there's some challenges, just like starting any business, and that is an operative word to remember. It is a business. It's just online. So some people forget about that. Some people expect, hey, I come online, you're just going to make a whole bunch of money right off the bat. Well, you think about it. Most businesses take time to also grow, to learn, to develop, and to know your market, test products, different things. So it's pretty much the same thing. Remember, you are running a business, and the business requires systems and processes. And same thing for a ministry. Just think of a ministry that's regular, traditional. There are things that has to happen. You have to find customers, you have to find donors, you have to find people who support your vision, your mission, your cause, and you got to do the same thing online. So it may take some time, but don't give up, because once you have your core, that's all you need. Once you have your core, things are going to skyrocket, and you're going to be able to blow it out the waters. So I'm going to start with a few basic questions, and I just saw an email that came through. So let me get on my phone for that one. I want to be able to make sure I answer all of your questions tonight. Well, in the next 50 minutes as well. Okay, here we go. Okay, so the first question is, what's the best way to get started with an online business or an online ministry? Again, what is the best way to get started with an online business or an online ministry? Okay, well, the best way to get started, I would say, there are many ways to get started, first of all, but know what you want to do, because there are many different types of businesses and ministries, nonprofits, charities that people may want to start. So what is your unique idea or vision? You start there. Think of your vision that you want to create. Do you want to create a product? What products would you like to bring to the market? And who actually will be consuming your information, your product, your service, or who will be benefiting from it? Who is your market? Who's your ideal customer? Who's your ideal client? If you're into ministry or nonprofit or charity, again, who is who are the people that are going to support you? What's your parishioner like? What is your customer base, your donor base? who are the prospective people. If you're dealing with alleviating hunger or poverty or whatever it may be, then you have a certain clientele that you're trying to reach, and so you have to think along those lines. So again, what's the best way to get started? Honestly, is to simply get started. The longer you take to analyze it all, you're wasting a lot of time, and technology changes all the time. So just get started. That's the best way to actually get started, is to make a start. But as you make the start, you have to decide let's start with business. What type of business do you want to run? What type of business? Because online and in Monetizing Skills Academy, and also in the book, I shared with you at least 7 different types of businesses that you can run online, for example, and ministry, they kind of correlate. So you can start a blog, right? You can start a blog where you talk about something that you're an expert in, or that you're passionate about, something that you do on a regular basis. You could be knitting, it could be writing books, it could be whatever your thing is. Podcasting. So you have the written, now you have podcasting. You see a lot of people are doing podcasting. So you can have, podcast. Think of podcast as your radio station. Think of blogging as like your newspaper or your journal that you are writing content. And then videos as well. So you can create like a hybrid, which is a vlog. Some people call it vlog, which is like a video blog. So, or you can have a hybrid of them all. You can create a blog where you have podcasts or audio messages and also videos that are on there. But again, you can do live streaming on Facebook, you can do live streaming on YouTube, whatever it may be. All of those are models. Another one is, so we have podcasting, we have blogging, we have vlogging, is coaching, right? Coaching about something you are good at, whether it's health, nutrition, helping people to lose weight, helping people to get in shape, helping people to overcome discouragement, depression, helping like a tutor, right? You can be doing tutoring, group coaching, one-on-one coaching, whatever it may be. These are all the things that you would want to be able to try to do. Okay. So coaching, consulting, providing a service based on your expertise, providing a service based on your expertise. Let's say you understand how to do Facebook advertising or YouTube advertising. One of the things that you can definitely do then is you want to be able to now offer that as a service to people in your community and people in your country and around the world, because really and truly you can be anywhere in the world today and run, for example, advertising for people. So that's an example. Another thing we covered last week and the week before, we spoke about tools that you need for your online business. Well, some of those tools have to do with exactly what we just said, videos and audios. But e-commerce, right? You want to be able to sell a lot of smaller things, and you have like inventory, so you can sell stuff via an e-commerce store. E-commerce store is technically different from a blog, and most likely most of the content that you see are not on an e-commerce store. E-commerce store, when you think of e-commerce store, think of Amazon, right? Target, Walmart, something like that. So they're just trying to sell a large volume of stuff, whatever those stuff may be. But you can create your own things online. Like you can do t-shirts, you can sell bags, you can sell your crafts, you can sell your books, even on an e-commerce store as well. So there are many, many, many options. So you just got to pick which one is for you. Do you want to do the blog? Do you want to do podcasting? Do you want to do videos? Or do you want to do a hybrid version? Are you going to coach people? Are you going to consult people? Are you going to provide a service to people based on whatever it is that you do? Teaching is one that I love and highly recommend. Technically, that's what we are doing right now. So teaching where you are, again, it could be in the form of coaching, consulting, but it's definitely where you teach your content, your know-how, your expertise, such as what I'm doing. So I'm teaching you right now. You can do webinars, live webinars, recorded, pre-recorded webinars. You can do teleseminars. People get on the phone, listen to what you are saying right now. And also you can create online courses, which is very, very, very lucrative. So I think everybody in this community, no matter what you're doing, should blend some of those, have more than one going. But of course, master one first, pick your niche, pick your thing, your model first, and then you branch out from there. So whether it's business or ministry, they're all really technically the same thing. Because if you're doing ministry, again, you can create content every week. People are coming to listen to your stuff. You can create a group membership site where people will come every week, every month, or whatever it may be, to consume your content, your training, whatever it is that you are doing. So voila, I hope that helped you. So question number two, what's the best way to market a product or a service online? What's the best way to market a product or a service online? So once you've decided what you want to do, your business model, then it comes to marketing. Marketing is, by the way, is the blood of your business. If you have a business, if you have a product, if you have a service, no one knows about it, then you won't be able to make sales and you will be discouraged and you might have to stop what you're doing. So a lot of people get discouraged right here because they create things but they never promote nor market them, right? So product creation and and research and development is just that. That's one phase. But then the true phase, they say nothing happens in business until a sale is made, because you have to be able to make money so you can sustain your mission, your vision, your cause, your products, your program, your service. You need funds to be able to continue doing that. So to get your products before people, today, the best way, one of the best ways, let's say things change, but one of the best ways right now is Facebook advertising, Facebook marketing, social media in general, Instagram, and YouTube. So those are the top three ways I would recommend for you to market and promote your products today. Facebook, obviously, it should be a no-brainer at this point. We all need to be running Facebook advertising. We all need to be on the platform in some way, shape, or form, leveraging its power and capabilities, especially in identifying who you're called to serve and who you're not called to serve. So YouTube videos, again, videos is really big right now and for the foreseeable future, which even that's one of my objectives too in 2019 is to do more videos, because well, people are not reading as they used to. And not only that, but you can get your message out faster through videos. Okay. So those are the top three. Top three ways: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, or whatever other social media thing that you think you can master. But I would recommend definitely those three: Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Those are the top three that I would say to be able to market your product. So any other questions, type it in and let me go here. Michael Apia. Michael Apia has three questions, which I think are great. And by the way, I'm sure in the near future we will want to support him. He has a couple of things that he's working on. So let's answer your question, Michael. Number one, you had a question: how does one earn money from email marketing? Through what means do you actually receive the money? And the same things for blogging. Okay, very, very good question. So email marketing is a form of marketing. Like you have Facebook advertising, you have video marketing, you have blogging as a form of marketing. So there are many things, content marketing. So anyhow, all that is really is how do we draw customers into knowing about our product, program, or service, giving them an offer, putting an offer before a potential customer or client, right? So email marketing has a great ROI. Email marketing is simply this. It's where technically how you're going to do it and how we do it in this community. Let me put it that way, right? Because most of you are experts and entrepreneurs of some sort, where you are sharing your knowledge and expertise and wisdom. So on your website, you're going to give away something for free or tell people to opt in, sign up here. When they sign up for your thing, you communicate with them or follow up with them via more education concerning what you do. And then you intersperse your communications with people by giving them different offers. So maybe every 2 days, you will remind people, hey, by the way, if you like my content, I just shared with you 5 different ways for you to uplevel your life in the new year. Now, here is my book, here's my course, here's my video that breaks it down or goes deep into whatever it is that you want them to go deep into. So how do you collect the money? The money is made technically, well, hey, you're sending them back straight to your website again. And on your website, right, or you get on the phone with them, whichever way you do it, but generally it's online, right? So we have some kind of a web page. You're sending them right back there because your product is located on your website. So let's just say, Michael, you were selling t-shirts like this one. You will create a post that talks about greatness. You email that to those people who are on your list, and then there's going to be a link in the email. When they click on that link, they go to your website about the shirt, and those who are interested will buy. Okay, those who are interested will buy. So the way that works, think about it. How is the money? How does the money look? Well, let's just say you had 1,000 people on your email list. you send out that email to them, and let's say 1%. Okay, so 10% of 1,000 is 100. 1% will be 10. So let's say 10 people go ahead and buy this T-shirt, and the T-shirt is for $20 when you just made $200. Okay, so that's how the money is made. The money is made in email marketing by you sending out your product. I mean, you send it to your clients, your customers, those on your email list or subscribers, an email about something, and they click on that email and they go to a web page where that product, program, or service is listed, and they can buy there. Okay, so that's how that works. Or if you email them, you can say, hey, schedule a call with me. In your case, if you're coaching, you can send out a series of email telling people about your product or service, and then one might be, hey, book a call with me. So when you get on that call and you book them, you will speak with them, you will share with them, and then you try to close them to sign up or register for whatever it is that you're offering. And so that's how email marketing now is connected to your sales process. All right, I hope that helps, and if it wasn't clear, let me know so we can clarify a little bit more for you. Okay. So, oh, for blogging is the same thing, right? If you go on my site, strategicsecrets.com, for example, what you're going to notice, right? On the side hand and the side column of the blog, you normally have different, like advertising or products. When you read it, go to CNN, any one of those places, news site, whenever you're reading an article, normally you see that thing, that long thing going across there, which is like an image or video on the side or something. Those are all advertisements. So you make money because you let people place ads on your site, or it's your product or service, which again, when they click on that, it takes them to somewhere to buy something on the internet. So that's pretty much how you make money with your blog. Also, people can pay to sponsor content on your blog, but you have to be probably getting a lot of visitors. Let's say you have, 50,000 people a month visiting your website or anything, something like that. Then, somebody might say, hey, can I place an ad on your website and pay you a certain amount of money? So that's how the money is made there. Okay, question number 2. Is $2,000 per individual or monthly for executive group coaching or executives in Fortune 500 companies too low of a price? It all depends. I mean, I think it's a good starting for sure, but it all depends on several factors. Number one, what's the salary range of these executives? What's the salary range? If they're making six figures and they do that consistently, then you might want to be able to raise it. Another thing is, how much training, how much coaching are you providing? How deep are you going into it? If you're just getting on a 10-minute call, 30-minute call, or whatever, less than an hour, then you might be able to be working with that. But if you are doing maybe 6 months coaching or a year or whatever, so it really, nothing is really too low and nothing is really too high. It's just knowing your ideal customer, client, and what they're willing to pay. That's really it. Like, honestly, when it comes to price, you never want to be competing for the lowest price. Competing for the lowest price in expertise business and authority business is not wise, okay? Because you can't compete with the Walmarts and Amazons of this world, for example. So you want to be able to, this is how let me just put it this way. If you're a coach, consultant, or an expert in any way where you get paid for your knowledge and expertise, do not charge by the hour, and do not charge simply based on even your thing. Here's what you do: figure out how much money do you want to make a year or a month or a week or a day. Start from that. So whatever it is, so let's just say hypothetically we like to do the basic six figure. So if you want to make $120,000 a year, then you need to make $10,000 a month. Voila. Now, if you want to speak to 10 people and charge them $1,000, that's your stuff. Or if you want to do 5 and charge 2,000 in your case, there you go. Or you can do 2. You have 2 clients and you charge 5,000 a piece. There you go. So it all based on your model, right? So that's my suggestion would be, start with what is comfortable for you, what would make you feel good and happy, knowing that if I receive this, because I found something, when you are not making the kind of money you want, you don't give your customers your best. Matter of fact, sometimes you end up resenting your customers. But when you are being paid something you feel like it's a just price, you feel good about yourself for one, and you even want to go above and beyond for the customer. and the customer can tell the difference. So charge something that is fair and just, but charge something also that will make you feel good rendering the service for that price or releasing the product for that particular price. So there you. So there's something for everybody, all based on who your ideal customer is. So I would say I can't give a straight yes or no, but definitely if you're dealing with executives who are making six figures, then you definitely don't want to do anything below a couple of thousands of dollars, right? So I would say that's a good starting point. Whether it's too low, I don't think it will be too low. Definitely, I can't say it will be too high because it's based on the individuals, who you're targeting and who you're reaching. And another thing is some people have to up level their mindset for certain figures because here's what some people do, especially when you're starting out in business and in online business in particular. We judge the client even based on what we think they can afford because you might say, well, I would never afford that, or I would never pay somebody for that. And you should be right. You know why? Because if you say you cannot or you would not pay this price, then who should pay you that price for your thing? So part of it is changing your mindset. Okay, do not judge people. That's why for me, I love to give my clients the options and say, hey, these are the price and you pick, right? Because normally most of my products have ranges of prices. You have the low end, middle. So you based on what you want. If you want my best package, you're gonna pay my best price. So there's no I'm not discussing my price with you, right? This is my price. If you want this kind of service on this level, this is what you got to pay because I've already estimated and gone through everything that is required to render that level of service. Now, if your budget can only fit the low end, but know that when you choose the low end, you're going to get that type of service for that price range. So that's how I do it. And what I like with that is because now the customer now, they're saying, I am worth this much. So voila. And I'm going to tell you, when I made my first big stuff online, I was very pleased actually that I actually used that because I will tell you why. Even on that particular sale, if I were to actually tell the client what package to pick, I would not have given them. I would not have thought or even recommended that client get that particular package because it was my highest and most expensive package. But that client went ahead and said, listen, I am worth this much. And so therefore they wanted that high level of service. And it's great. So that's really has been my practice when it comes to, products and pricing. I just say, hey, after we've established a relationship and so forth, here are the prices. You pick which one you want. So now it's all in them. I'm not pushing. I'm not, hey, whichever one. Hey, because I know I'm delivering these services and these are my prices. So therefore, whichever one you pick, hey, that's the level of service I'm going to give you. But it gives them more power and value in themselves where it's like, I'm not putting them down too low because some people, if they can afford this much and then you tell them, hey, this little, they're like, oh man, come on. You know what I mean? It's like going into it's like somebody show up in a Rolls Royce dealership and you're trying to sell them an irregular Toyota car. It wouldn't work. They'll feel embarrassed. Like, dude, I'm here. I'm at a, a Lamborghini dealership, man. Let me get a Lamborghini. So you have to think along those kind of levels, right? If you're selling Mercedes Benz, that's your price point there. If people can't afford Mercedes Benz, hey, bro, sister, you can go down there and get your regular other Nissan or something at that dealership. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just you get what you want. So put it back on the client. All right. I went a little long on that question. Sorry about that. Okay. Next question. What is the best tool to use for online group coaching? Okay. I thought we might have hinted on this last time. What's the best web tool for online group coaching? Okay. You're going to need a few things, but let me just answer your question directly. I would assume you mean, and again, I'm not sure, so I'm just giving you a couple answers here because that needs a little clarification. So the best tool is how are you going to communicate with them? So you would say you would need something like Skype if you're doing video group coaching so people can actually sign in like here. Like I'm not have to speak to myself or one or two people. As many people can fit on this webinar. So you need a webinar software, which Webinar Jam is what I use. And what I highly recommend that you use Webinar Jam for webinars. But you can also do live training like this is live. The next one will be, so you got Skype also. Again, Skype is free. Zoom, Zoom, Zoom is another powerful one. And so they have a basic, the free version is like 40 to 45 minutes. And anything over that, you need to sign up for the pro version, which again is not a lot of money. So I would say those are the three things that you need for group coaching: coaching, video conference, where you bring them in on Skype, you can bring them in on Zoom, you can bring them in on Webinar Jam. I would, hey, listen, also don't discount Facebook. But with that, you might need a private Facebook group, so you are only broadcasting to the people in that particular group. So you can do Facebook Lives in groups as well. So some other tools that you would need for doing group coaching, you need a scheduling system, right? So that could be your email autoresponder service, or something I use is called Calendly, Calendly, or any calendar service or booking service online, so people can register or book or apply to speak with you. And then, of course, you need a payment processor, right, to take those payments for those people who with whom you are actually doing business. So we went through that already. You have PayPal, you have Stripe, and other payment processing services that you can use. So I think that's about it. Yeah. So definitely the videos, because you want to just have them to be able to access, and you might want to create a membership site or private portal if you're not using like Facebook groups or something like that. You want like Monetize Your Skills Academy, for example. That's a private locked site where it's just only members who paid has access to the content in there. So this, for example, I could actually put this page, this video on one page within the community there also, and you log in there. But normally we just go live, and then afterwards I take the videos, do a little edit, and then I put them in the Monetize the Skills Academy. Okay, 31 minutes. We already half an hour in, so I think we have time for maybe 4 more or so. Okay, how do you find your niche or ideal client or customer? Oh, it's a loaded question. So you're actually supposed to know that, because again, that's one of the things. Yeah, if you're rendering products and services, then you need to know, with whom. Who are you actually serving? But here is what I will tell you again. This is where I think Michael Wilson came on a few weeks ago, and he spoke to us. He spoke to this community about Facebook. So I'm getting to your question. I'm just checking in here, make sure everybody's good to go. All right. So yeah, you want to use Facebook because Facebook has something called audience insights that will give you a breakdown of people who are interested in who are following you on your personal page. Like even before I got on here, I was meeting with someone a lady in my church who actually does marketing, and she's trying to go more into Facebook as well. But even going on her page, so we discovered, we did like an audit on her page, and we discovered again most of her clients, most of the people who visit her page or who are members or followers of her page are actually women. 68% of them are women, and the age range is from 24 years old all the way to 44, I think, or 22 to 44. So that's her ideal. So I say, okay, for example, if you wanted to do an ad now, this would be the ideal people you want to run this ad to. Okay, if you did one for, and that's where knowing this is good, because it wouldn't be wise for her to say, okay, let me do an ad for both men and women. It would be probably better to do a separate ads for men, because you don't have a few of them following you. Furthermore, is the messaging will be different. So it doesn't make sense if more women are looking at your thing to create a one, for somebody else. Create one ideally for them. So use Facebook Audience Insight. And another thing is just ask yourself a couple questions like, what problem am I actually solving? And who normally has this particular problem? Okay. For example, losing weight. Everybody wants to lose weight, but you can focus on women over the age of 40, women who are getting married because they're motivated, right? When you're getting married, hey, you want to look the best in your wedding dress, and you also want to look the best in your swimsuit if you're going to go to the beach and so forth, right? On their honeymoon. So you would say, okay, so I'm dealing with weight loss, but I'm dealing with brides who are getting married in the next, 3 to 6 months, who wants to get in the best shape ever for their big wedding day. Um, Kids, you say if you want to provide some services to children who are struggling with their academics, for example, right? So that will be their parents, right? You want to be able to reach their parents with that particular problem. So another good thing I like to ask is simply this: what causes them the most pain? What keeps them up at night staring at the ceiling? And you do that even for your books, right? So for my book for military veteran, I said, what keeps a military veteran who wants to transition? The biggest thing is, how do I replace my military income? So that's what my book was about, addressing that issue. That's why it's called Transition with Confidence, meaning you can transition confidently, knowing that there is a system and a strategy of being able to replace your income. So now I'm solving that pain point. And what is the pain? What is the product? My book and its system. Same thing, Monetize Your Skills Academy. Monetize your skills. Pain point. This is for people who want to be able to make at least six figures, who want to be able to fund their own dreams, and people who have a business or ministry that they would like to be able to sustain, but they don't really have the income. This is a solution for doing just that. Okay. All righty. Next question. Let's see what we have here. Who do you recommend we follow and about learn about online marketing or business? Well, you guys are part of this community right here in Monetize Your Skills, right? In this book and in our course, I have a list, right? It's a growing list of over 110 people that you can follow, because these are some of the folks that I've been researching, and now the list is way bigger than that. But there are many people that you can follow online, but it's based on what you want to learn. I gotta warn you though, do not follow, don't get caught up in the shiny object syndrome, right? People keep learning and never applying stuff, and because it's a big web. You want to be able to be taking action, so only follow a few. Matter of fact, I would say for now, most of you in here only follow people that are listed here. Okay, so on page 21 in Monetize Your Skills in this book, we have a list. For example, let's say you wanted to learn how to do copywriting, then Ray Edwards can be your man. If you want to learn about PR and branding, maybe Nick Nanton, right? Another person to follow on the copywriting would be legendary Dan Kennedy. If you want to know about, membership side, maybe Stu McLaren, for example. So we have all kind of people here that you can follow. Okay, video marketing, John Pembathy, James Melanchek if you're into speaking, or Torres Montgomery, Ryan Levesque if you want to know about doing surveys to grow your list and those kind of things, and so many different others, right? So many different others. If you want to know more about, let's see here. If you want to know about writing, follow yours truly. If you want to know about publishing courses, follow us here. Keep studying and follow us. All of the information here is really all of that. But pretty much there is something for everybody in this. If you want to know how to be a pro blogger, Jenny Lawson is a 7-figure blogger, right? So that's somebody that you can follow as well. Okay, there we go. Let's see, we got about 20 more minutes. How can we profit or make money over the holidays? Oh, I love that question. Let me tell you, Black Friday, Thanksgiving, Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve, all of those things are great times to make money because people are spending. So, first of all, if you don't have a website, you are missing out. If you don't have a product, you're missing out. You don't have a service, you're missing out. So the best way to make money online is to during the holidays, is to let people know you too have something to sell. Right? Don't be silent about it. Let people know you have something to sell. And how do we let them know? Again, that was a question earlier. What's the best way to market and promote? Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, email, let people know. Print flyers even if you got to. I'm not a big proponent of that, but again, if it's just local, hey, you might want to do everything that you can do. So let people know, but you want to be able to be creative. You got to give discount, right? You see every store you go to has something, 10%, 20%, 30% off. To get people really during the holidays, you need to be like offering like ridiculous discounts, like 80% discount. 50% and above is good when it comes to doing that. And then just promote, man. Just promote it. Just let people know about it. Let people know about it. Email, social media, the whole nine. Let people know about it. So, and wear your advertising like this shirt too. Let people know, hey, voila, got a T-shirt that you want to buy. Go ahead and get it for the holidays. Those kind of things. Okay. Alrighty, two more questions. What's the best way to sell our products and services online and offline? Well, I think that's kind of redundant. I mean, I think we've gone through that. But again, the best way to sell a product, program, or service online is okay, you need a website. You need to be able to have, you're not even a website fully, landing pages, a funnel, anything along those lines. You need to have that. But the best way is use advertising, okay? Paid advertising preferably because it's faster than organic. Organic sometimes, especially for folks just starting out, it takes a while. So I would say go ahead and use paid advertising so you can go ahead and see results much faster. Okay. What's the best way to sell your product? Okay, again, it depends on your product. If you're selling simple small widgets, e-commerce. If you're selling big ticket items, you might want to do a webinar, right? You want to do a webinar, educate people first, and then you offer them your product or program to be able to sell. Okay, so that's the best way to sell your product, program, and services online. How about offline? Offline, you want to go to speaking engagement, speaking events. Try to get booked to be a speaker, because once you're a speaker, everybody is seeing you as an authority over there. And then at the end, guess what you can do? Bam, you can have people outside of the booth buying your books or your courses or your shirt, whatever it is that you have. But I would say traveling around and speaking is a great way to be able to sell your products offline. So go to all those kind of events and do that. Another way is, let's see, go speak for free. I mean, do some training, do some local workshops. Now they have meetups and so forth. Like, let people know. Again, it's the same thing like online. People got to know you. People got to hear about your thing. If they don't know you, they don't hear about your product, then they don't know that it exists. Okay. So don't be shy about promotions. I know sometimes we feel bad about it, but think about it. Your product is doing something good for people. So bless them. And the last question. Ooh, this one is what we'll be waiting for. So the last question we have here is simply this. What's the best, can you show us the facelift or the new website that you have? All right, ladies and gentlemen, before I get into that, because I know I emailed some of you, probably have read the email this past week where I was talking about, we have a facelift. Not my face, but our website, our brand is totally being revamped. Okay. I'm going to give you a sneak peek because we are at the end of the week, but the site is not fully completed yet. I sent it back for a revision 2 days ago. So, they sent it to me, and then, I had a few things I just, needed to be corrected and so forth and whatnot. So they are working on it, but I will still give you guys and gals tonight a sneak peek of our brand new rebuilt website and brand as we come out in 2019 strong, fired up, ready to go, and taking this community and tribe to a whole new level. I want you guys to keep rocking with us. And by the way, you can model our website. Like, part of this community is like we learn from each other. Don't steal, but we can improve upon them, borrow, and see what others have. And, that's all right because we're part of this community. So before I go, I just want to let you guys and gals know that we have, if you want private training, private one-on-one coaching or group coaching where we get on the webinars, but these ones are every week, so these are some basic things we can go through. But this implementation circle elites ice is a monthly membership program for deep dive hands-on training for those who want to be able to see how things are done. For example, a chance I want to be able to set up a funnel. Bam, we can get on a monthly program. One of our monthly coaching will be, hey, here's me actually building a funnel. Here's what we do. Chance, I built a website. Can you give me a feedback on there? Voila, different things like that. Chance, I have a book that I'm being published and, I'm kind of stuck. Okay, well, let's get on the monthly ICE. The topic for this month, we talking about book publishing. Okay, here's it. We're going to actually help you right there on the call, be able to outline your book, be able to get it structured, those kind of things. And not only that, set up the book to make money on the back end. All of that is what's available only in our implementation circle elites. Again, this one is an advanced, deep dive, hands-on implementation monthly sessions that we actually do the things here on Thursdays. It is great content, okay, but we are more sharing and teaching you what to do. And then on the implementation circle elites group, what we do there is we actually do and talk less. We do. So here is for sharing with you, at least, get your stuff going and so forth. But people will still have questions or needed help. So the ICE is where you actually get the personalized training and hands-on application to do whatever it needs to do. So you guys can click right here and take advantage of that for the holidays going into the new year. Now, let me share with you my screen. I want to share with you my screen so you can see what we've been cooking up. Let me go to that one. What we've been cooking up here, guys. Voila. Okay. Let me see if you are seeing my screen. You should see a lot of stuff going out there. All right. So remember, keep in mind, even though we have this happening right now, guess what's going on? This is just a template. This is not the full. This is not the full course yet. Okay. I mean, this is not the full site yet, but it's technically what it will look like. So you're still good to go there. Okay, voila. Reconnect. All right, so, okay, good. I think you guys are seeing me because I'm seeing the phone here. Okay, good. All righty, so let's scroll through here. So welcome. This is it. Welcome to the brand new, rebuilt from the ground up Strategic Secrets website. This is our new home. This is our new brand. Here's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to make it look more coordinated, military-like with my colors, blue and a little bit of red. And instead of the straight, yellowish, we kind of went for a more kind of goldish type of a color. But you will see more blue in there because, again, that's it. Navy, the blue waters. So that's kind of what we're trying to go the look and feel we're kind of going here for. You'll also notice it's more simplified. We don't have a lot of so much of a navigation thing going on like we once did, because now it's much simpler. It's much simpler and easier for us to navigate. So on the top here, again, a little bit more about me, books, our university, which is where now going into 2019 now, you guys will still have access to the course and in the membership where it is, but everybody that enrolls from January 1st going on, you guys and gals are gonna be able to now access this portal, this brand new rebuilt portal. Okay, doesn't mean like I said, don't feel like, oh man, Chance, what about no. Those pages are still great, still active. We're still going to host those pages where you currently have Monetize the Skills Academy. But we want to now, what do we go? This is part of my vision. We want to develop actually into a full online university where we are teaching people relevant skills and things that are practical in their life about money, finances, relationship, success, motivation, inspiration, ministry, all of those. We want to be able to offer courses for that. So that's part of my long-term vision. One of the things we're going to be doing in the next year or so as well is by 2020, we want to have other people have like you guys and gals, you guys can share your courses with us as well. So that's what we're building for. We're building to be able to have more teachers and other people as well, and preferably those who are part of our community, because you guys will know where we're going and what we stand for. Okay, so this is a little bit about it here. So I love it. It feels more professional. It feels bigger fonts, easy to read, easy to scroll through. You know what I mean? Pictures are bold in your face. Voila. Strategic Secrets University. You want to be able to enroll. Okay. So the next thing is Let's check out the books now. Look at them. Look at my bookstore. Look at this. Oh, I love that. Right, nice big library. Looks professional, right? And it's kind of goldish also. So of course we're going to add more books here, but we want to lead going into 2019 for this new year. We're trying to lead mainly with these three books here. Again, they represent a balance of spirituality, business, or finance, and success. Right. So those are the three main areas we want to help you grow, and our future partners and friends to grow in their life. And here are the courses. So this is where, again, pretty soon in the future, we're going to have things like health and relationship, marriage, all of that. We're going to have other people to be able to share their courses on there, and do like a revenue sharing or split plan or affiliate type of relationship with people. So these are my courses. Of course, most of these pictures will be swapped out as we go along, but you get the idea. And this is the good thing about this, is one of the reason why I did this now as well, is because this tool here is, I mean, this website is totally fully automated. Everything is, all the automations are in place. So all I got to do in this, as we go forward in the next 2 years, simply is to drive traffic to this site and focus on training and coaching people. That's it. I won't have to pretty much touch this website for about a year or 2 years, a year or 2 years, do nothing to it. It just simply does everything that it needs to do. So this is why we are now getting that upgrade. So I hope you love it. I really, really do hope you love it. And so keep rocking with us. Don't try to go here yet. It's not live to most people. Okay, it is live for me. I can see it and click around, but everything is not yet totally ready to go. Okay, as you can see, some of the text is just generic. Okay, so yeah, I really, 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 really hope that you love that and you will continue to support what we are doing. All right. How was it? How was it? Was it good? I hope so. I hope you like that. I hope you like that. Okay. So voila. We are pretty much out of time. So this week, again, we went through a lot of questions. I think many of you will be blessed by those questions. Again, if you want to go deep dive, if you want to really get serious about taking your business or ministry to the next level in this new year, all right, ladies and gentlemen, like, it's time for you to make a serious decision as to whether or not you want to go. You see, the thing about online too, again, people get too much of the get rich quick mentality when it comes to online. Think about it. Most people go to school for 4 years, 5 years, 6, 8 years, 10 years, 12 years, and more to learn their jobs, and then they go out there to do their job or business. Like, there is a little time involved. Of course, to me it's faster online, yes. And but I want you guys to treat it with the same respect, actually, and the same dedication that you do to your regular stuff. Because like I said, people go to learn their job and they come think that, hey, I'm just gonna throw up a website and in 2 days I'm gonna be making $1 million. Yeah, you can make sales even the same day, but you probably might not necessarily make $1 million. For a while, just like most people who start any regular business, most people don't just make millions of dollars off the bat, right? So you are starting a business. And the same thing with your profession. People are taking out big loans to go to school, and they're not earning money until they finish that stuff, and to pay some small fees to be able to learn something that you can make money sooner and learn how to actually do this thing or your business. We don't want to invest. Like, no, you like, that's really backwards. You don't go to school and get an MBA and not pay for it. Some of these stuff is better than an MBA because it's relevant, it's practical, it's timely, right? You graduate with your MBA or whatever it may be, and it's obsolete by the time you graduate. Okay, so you have to think, going in this new year, you need to invest in your business. If you don't invest in you, who else would invest in you? Actually, Warren Buffett says the best investment that you can make is an investment in yourself, right? But if you're gonna go spend the money with academics and think that, okay, maybe it's easier to spend it there but not with over this side, well, I think that is something that is not right, not good. So you have to invest in yourself. I spent thousands and thousands of dollars to be able to do what I'm doing. And so don't look at me like, oh, well, the reason I know everything and know much is because I've spent a whole lot, right? Chance, you know all this stuff about publishing. Well, yeah, I took several courses, and one was very expensive, over $2,000 to do that course, right? I've been certified in other things. I've learned Facebook. Listen, even just this past week, I bought another Facebook course. Why? I bought Facebook course for churches. I bought Facebook course from someone overseas. I bought two Facebook course for $697. Right? How much do I need? Because I want to learn. I want to know the strategies change also. So I'm investing in me. I'm investing in my mindset. I'm investing in the strategies so I can implement them. So that's really what it's all about. But I'm also breaking it down for you where you don't have to necessarily, go through what I did. There was nobody really doing what I'm doing right now, during my time. So I had to really figure it out in the hard way and pay more of what, you would pay right now. You're not paying that kind of money. So I'm telling you guys and gals, get